Here's one that I think we looked at. This might be the one I picked up first. And I said this root was going to be in the way. And this root was going to be in the way. I'll clean those up a little bit better. Yeah, that's fine. Those will heal nicely. My needle chopstick. I just want to get in there. Okay, yeah, I did a lot more pruning on other roots than I did on this one. I'm going to go down further and take another root off. This one. This one. And once again, I'm trying to do a fusion. So this one was advantageous to doing a fusion. Because it's kind of one-sided. That's a little too high. That was a little too high. Here's a part that goes up. Take that off. This I can tuck down. The one below it is keeping me from tucking pretty far, but take that off. Yeah, I got the room to do that. Here's one that goes up. This part of the root twists up and around. I want to make this flat and able to accept something close up. These all had very identical root systems. So doing the initial pruning was quite easy. All right, that's one-sided enough. There's a piece that goes down. I like that. You sit here. Let's find another one. This might be the root system that it sits on top of. Can I get them close? I can. But this has to come off. This has to come off. I'll take these lower roots off. All right, let's try this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Removing all the parts of the root that turn up. I am going for a root system that has lots of surface roots. Okay, this one has potential. I want to get some better cuts on here. Okay, which side am I attacking first? I think I keep all of this and I shorten this side. It's not without fear that I do this. Plenty fear. Okay, I can get a third one in here very closely. I think that's what I want to do. It's pretty good. Okay. Okay, I can't really let go. All right, I'll start wrapping this wire around, and then I want to put a little bit more vet tape on this. As tight as I can. I've got a good cushion under me. Now I want to get more vet tape up the trunk a little bit. Now I continue wrapping the wire up as tight as I can. And hopefully I can get all the way to the top. Almost. Squeeze this up a little bit. Cut off this unsightly end. And we'll get this guy planted up. Let me look at these roots. This one's a little high. This one goes up, but there's a piece of it that goes further down. This one goes up. And let's get that in a pot. Get some bonsai soil in there and mound it up in the middle. Once again, I want this pretty deep, and I am going to be cutting down on the branching up top. Once again, to stimulate branching, these are about to come into leaf, so there's a lot of energy stored. soil's good. The pumice is very rounded and absorbs moisture. The clay, though, is got sharp edges, so it will help foster ramified roots. We get a little more soil on there. Well, first, I'll trim up the branches. I think there's going to be excellent root growth on these. All right. So I've got a branch out the one side that I like. This one on the inside there is no good. I'll pull that out if I can. This one has a branch right here, so I'm going to cut the larger one away. Should have done this first. There's a bud there I gotta snip. I'll snip the top off of that. There's a branch here on the inside I don't like. There's a bud on the outside. This is fine. It's kind of in line with that one, but I want to start getting branching. I'm going to cut these down here. Let's see what transpires here. Should put a piece of wood just here to keep these apart. All right, this one's going on the bench. Oh, wait a minute. There's a little branch growing down here that I don't need. Spin this one around. Should I get more wire up there? Probably should. And these should not leave spiral marks because of the cushioning I have in there. And like I said, this will come off in 2 years. These should be nicely meshed together by then. All right, grow on, little Katsura. Grow on. Here's one I want to plant as a double trunk specimen tree, and I'll do that right now. All right, let's get these roots looking good. This one crosses over. That comes off. Here's a piece that goes out and around. Can this be redirected? Doesn't appear to be. I'll cut it short. This goes up. This is a bit too high. I'm going to cut the end of this one off. This one's a little high. And that one I think I can tuck down. Just get a little shorter all the way around. This one circles about. And this one circles. Okay. All right, so this is a little bit smaller pot. I'll get a base layer in there. What do I want to do? I think I want to take off the larger part of this branch and just shorten it a little. No binding, not necessary. Let me get some soil in there. There is a screen at the bottom, and the holes are at the bottom, but they're stepped. So it'll always be able to drain. Now, I want the base to be visible. All the time. Not something I'm going to, well, the roots I'll expose more, but I want the double trunk feature to be available and visible right away, which this is. I don't know if you can see it. I might have to raise up the camera a little bit. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trees left. What do you think? A forest? I have enough soil. It wasn't going to be the next big thing I worked on. Maybe a small forest. All right, let me get this on the bench and water it up, and I'll be right back. Sure, why not? I got this Fuku Bonsai plastic tray. It seems perfect for this. I'm doing it. Let's get a base layer of soil on here. Mostly just to hold these drainage screens in place. And I'll even that out. And the idea here is just to create a grouping of trees that hopefully like to live with each other, that will come apart in its next phase and have some hills and valleys set up into it. Once these mesh, this will become a very flexible base. All right, now I've got to do some root pruning. I'm going to move this off to the side. It's ready for planting when I am. Okay, all right, I did a couple of, I did one root pruning without turning on the camera, so now I'll get to the rest. I want to make sure you can see this. Okay, if I'm right here, you can see it well. Okay, I'm going to go underneath, and if there's anything hard that would keep it from sitting flat, I'm going to reduce that or remove that. Next, I'm going to look for anything that's sticking up and trim it down in a flowing manner. Anything that's unruly, get rid of it. Anything that was circling around, it's gone. Can I see a root plane? Yes, I can. This is awkward. I think this piece comes off, which is the heavier piece. And this one is ready for planting. The rest I'll do a little faster. All right, let's build a little forest. Which trees hold some interest? This one has a curve to it. They're all about the same in terms of diameter. So I'm just going to take a stab at a positioning. I've trimmed these roots. I'm not sure what I got on camera or not. I don't think I got what I hoped to get. It's good to keep a big scoop on hand in case you need to position things. I'm going for random. I'm envisioning a walkway. See what I mean in a second. I want to get them positioned and then I'll fine tune them. I seem to keep forgetting to turn on record. So this is a little forest, and I think the placement is a little bit contrived. I'm going to try and move it around a little bit. I think what I liked about it is I could get to the interior with my hands, but what I don't like about it is its regularity. All right, this will give me a little bit more leeway on this side. All right, so these two have moved. And I'm trying to expose as much of the root base that I've now determined is a root base as possible. This guy probably wants to go over that way a little bit and be turned like that. And I don't know if I'm going to keep both trunks on this. I don't think I am. I didn't want to hack it off just yet. So with that done, this wants to go over that way. That's rainwater from my IBC tote. Okay. Am I happy with that? Yeah, you're looking at it now. So this one wants to come down and forward, maybe about right here. Let's see how this one does as a forest. I hadn't thought about a forest for this until... All right, so I haven't moved these two. I move this one in. Got a little room on this side for landscaping. Rotate it a little bit. Yeah, I kind of like it. I also like the even spacing, if the truth be known. All right, let's water this. I'm cool with the placement. It's still a ring around a center tree, but it's not bothering me. I'll prune these up when I start to see where branches want to grow. That's not evident yet. We've got 2 days of rain ahead of us, Saturday and Sunday. These will be fine until then, and then they'll self-water. I'll get more water in my IBC tote, and I'll be a happy camper. All right, so I've got 2 fusions, 1 specimen tree, and a little forest out of my Japanese Katsura, which have beautiful leaves, and it's just a wonderful tree. I don't know why I don't see them more in bonsai. All right, thank you very much for keeping me company in my backyard.